will say, riders ready, and
welcome to stage 6 of Chicago Grit. The course was almost shaped a little bit like a bat. You had this long straightaway, and then it would sweep left here, sweep right, sweep left, and then back onto the straightaway. Just before the straightaway, that corner was really tricky, and guys would mess it up just continuously throughout the whole course. So you had like 10 dudes sprinting, which created this massive elastic band effect, which eventually snapped for half the peloton, which didn't finish this race and got pulled about 10 minutes in. But luckily, I was sitting pretty behind the yellow jersey here because I'm in the top 10, so I got a call up to the front of the line. But this is that corner that I was talking about that, yeah, dudes would just continuously mess up, which you're about to witness here. Old mate who hasn't done any racing all week is just fried that corner completely. Normally it's pretty, like, if you're towards the front, it's like race etiquette that if you mess up a corner like that you do the effort and you weld it shut, which he didn't, and I had some choice words with him about that before it was inevitably welded shut by these dudes. But yeah, so here's Lucas with some new bright shiny orange booty covers, which I rate, just rolling through. And yeah, this was happening, kind of been happening throughout the whole course, where dudes would come the inside and then just drift super far. Like, if you're going to go the inside, like, you stick the inside, don't drift out into the middle, because yeah, the guy that you've chopped doesn't want to chop the guys on his outside, and it just makes it really dangerous. So guys are pretty uncommittal. They bite off more than they can chew. And then this is a pretty like unusual thing to happen as well. Like, we're probably 30th wheel here, and this Austin guy pulls out. I'm like, oh, he's got some kind of mechanical, so I'm just moving up. And then he just wants to chop you for no reason and protect 40th wheel. Like, don't know what the situation here is with that. Maybe if you're in the top 5 coming in to the sprint final, that's like fair enough tactic. But yeah, it just kind of caught me off guard, because I'm like, what is he protecting? There's Will Harding. Shout out to him on the trek, because I think 2 races ago, everyone rode over his crit bike and messed it up pretty badly. But there is a little group just off the front here, and this New Zealand guy, his teammate behind him was yelling at him. I think he didn't really understand what he was saying. He was telling him like to chill and not chase across, but I think he got the opposite message and decides to absolutely rip it, because they actually have Josh up the road with a rainstorm dude, and they inevitably go 1-2. They just ride away from the peloton. Not sure what the big teams were doing. Josh has been doing that kind of almost every race he's entered in America here, and you just take one look at his like Strava profile. The dude can ride at like 390 watts for an hour plus. So yeah, he's won like Tour of Southland and a bunch of big gravel races. So don't know why they were giving him such a big leash, but ended up costing them. And then yeah, I've got the yellow jersey on my wheel. The New Zealand boy there, he finally got the message after getting screamed at to stop pulling, because yeah, there's a little group up here, but I don't think they're realistically they're not trying to chase. Like, there was no organized chase. They're just, I think, trying to go for preems and stuff like that. But I decided to spark it across because it was already lined out. I had a heap of momentum, and it was gonna do more damage to the people behind me than myself, kind of bridging this gap here. So yeah, but because there were the 2 dudes up the road, it just meant that the rest of the race was really easy in the peloton, which made it pretty hairy for the end, because you had a bunch of dudes dive bombing who were like still fresh, because we'd all recovered, and it made a pretty hairy finish. So you had, with like 5 laps to go, it was just this washing machine effect. And yeah, on this right hand corner here, one of the boys slid out and kind of took the yellow jersey out, and they were just kind of laying down right in front of me. I had nowhere to go and had to kind of try to dismount and run off my bike again, but I just ended up landing on my butt, which, yeah, I'm fully so happy that I'm not hurt and I can race tomorrow, but at the same time pretty annoyed. So yeah, here's another weird moment where the Austin boys call inside. I let him in, a bit of respect, and then just decides to drop the wheel. And I was like, mate, that's your wheel. Kudos to him. He does end up closing that, but yeah, I think everyone was a bit out of sorts with what to do, because like you had those 2 boys at the front, and then so no one was attacking to make like a race-winning breakaway anymore. And everyone was just kind of sitting in, waiting. There's Patrick Drapak, Aussie boy. And unfortunately, my camera dies literally 10 seconds before the crash. Sometimes it lasts, like when I finish a race, I have half a battery, and then other times it doesn't last a full hour. So same settings, not sure what the go is.
The pink jersey of the New Zealander, Josh Burnett. Here they come from field, right down the middle of the road. It's Fergus Arthur.
Arthur gonna launch the sprint. Burnett is on the wheel. Here comes the American. Burnett's gonna try and go around, but Fergus Arthur will win at Brookfield.